Hello, Birmingham. Hey. It's brilliant to be back here again. This place was my home for, a decade or more until very recently. I was a student here and then a lecturer, and now I'm so pleased and proud to be back here as your MEP. Fantastic. But my goodness, what times we're living in, right? I look around me and I think, how on earth did we sink to this? We've become a country whose Prime Minister is a man without scruples, who's famous for telling barefaced, bus-sized lies, a man who pretends to be a British bulldog, but as we saw with the Kim Darroch affair, is actually, Trump's poodle, his lapdog, and who talks about uniting the country, but who's stuffing number 10 with extreme Brexiteers. This isn't leadership. That's not leadership, it's doublespeak. Boris Johnson is driving this country hell for leather towards the no-deal cliff with no mandate. He was elected by virtually nobody, and no one voted for no deal. But all's not lost, right? Cast your minds back just 7 years. Cast your minds back to that time when Britain was hosting the Olympics. Do you remember that sense of pride and patriotism that took a lot of us by surprise, maybe? That was inspired by a vision of Britain at its best. A Britain that is open, that is inclusive, that is fair. A Britain that cares for its people and for the planet. Now, all of us in this room might come from different political backgrounds, but we've got that thing in common. We share that vision of Britain at its best, and we won't let that be bulldozed over by bully boys full of bluster and bravado, gambling recklessly with the future of our country. So I've got 3 messages today. My first one is thank you, all of you. Thank you for your tireless campaigning. Thank you for helping to shift the debate so that the idea of a people's vote has moved from the margins right to the mainstream. It remains the best and only way of getting us out of this Brexit hole that we're in. So the biggest round of applause tonight should absolutely be for you. Give it to yourselves, go on. Woo. My second message is that we need Europe, and Europe needs us. Let me ask you a question. Are you worried about the climate emergency? Yeah. Do you think we can solve it by going it alone? No, clearly. We face a climate crisis, a wildlife crisis, rising inequality. These are big issues, and leaving the EU will make them worse. We need to be working together with our neighbours closely to solve these challenges. My third message is a message for Boris. And it's this. I am not leaving quietly. I am not going to sit back, shut up, go home, give up. I am not going to sit back and watch you drive our country over the cliff of a disastrous no-deal Brexit. I am going to fight this democratic outrage tooth and nail. So what about you? Are you going to sit back and shut up? No. Are you going to refuse to leave quietly? Are you going to stand with me? Are you going to shout at the top of your voices, let us be heard? Yes. So, good. Keep fighting. We're on the right side of history. Your country needs you. Europe needs you. Your planet needs you. Thank you.